Oh, there they are. But they want to film us eating the muffins. I think so too.
So, since we sort of missed it, could you just explain what happened with the IGF today?
Yeah, they announced the IGF finalists, and Minecraft got in 3 categories. It was the main prize, technical excellence and design. Yeah, so the main one, grand one, technical and design, which is really cool.
You know, Marcus, when he emailed me, he said, you know, I'm hoping to win some independent game awards. And I think he didn't really know, what all these awards were, but it was sort of a big trip to America. Really to, meet the press and meet the industry for the first time. And yeah, I think everyone then was starting to realize that Minecraft wasn't some fluke. It wasn't, something that was kind of coming and going. It was building, it was growing. And that's what was great about it, is this virus was starting to spread.
Hey, nice heads.
Thank you. I have to say it's an honor to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. Hi.
We're from high school. We just came here to meet everyone to see you.
Oh, cool. Hi. It's amazing. Yeah.
We all play Minecraft.
Oh, cool.
Hi. It's an honor to meet you.
You too.
Man, you inspire us.
Oh, cool.
I'm glad. I'm gotta shake your hand one more time.
Yeah, of course.
Notch.
Hi.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is John.
Hi, John.
I was wondering if you could sign this for me.
Absolutely.
My name is Ray.
I'm Marcus.
It's amazing, and I spent so much hours on it. I can't believe I'm meeting you. It's so fantastic. But, awesome. Congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you. Hi. Hello. Hur var det? Lådorna gick fort, hörde jag.
And it's fascinating to me to see that happen and, see someone like him show up at GDC not knowing what to expect, and then just have this constant deluge of people coming up to him saying, I love the game. That's when I think it probably really hit him that, Minecraft had grown into something that people just weren't playing. It was something that people were loving.
Should we go?
Yeah.
Going back to what we talked earlier about, I told you that my daughter likes Minecraft a lot. I met Shigeru Miyamoto 2 years ago, and he said, I'm going to meet the creator of Mario. She said, yeah, whatever. Now I was told I was going to meet you. She said, oh.
Yeah.
How many new friends have you made since you became successful? How many relatives have come out of the woodwork?
Well,
How many lost cousins?
I probably shouldn't answer that.
Yeah. I only really just met you, but you seem exceptionally cheerful, like a cheerful man. Like you just seem a happy man. I'm wondering if that is a reason, like because of your success. Are you always kind of quite chippy and? I've known him for a long time. Yeah. No, he's a total drag. No, he's not.
Yeah, I hope so. I try to feel so, but I still have this kind of weird feeling that I don't really belong. And I think it's called actually the imposter syndrome. It's like an actual term for it. You feel like you're just faking it. And I think it's gone too fast or something, so I don't really feel like... But yeah, I'm slowly trying to realize that people actually do like the game, which is kind of a weird thing to say. But when you're just sitting in front of your computer, you just see the numbers. It's not the same thing as actually meeting the people.
Do you feel like you'll need to do a couple more games to really feel confident in your own ability?
Yeah, I think so.
It's kind of weird. It's when I kind of grew up, like famous people to me, like John Carmack and stuff, were not really like actual people. They were like forces of nature almost that just did awesome things. And now people tell me, like, not everyone, but some people say, like, yeah, you're the Carmack of this generation. And to me, there's no way that can be true, because that guy is, well, obviously very talented at what he does, and I just made a game. And I kind of realized that, like, on the surface it sounds like the same thing. He made a game, I made a game, but it doesn't really feel like it's the same thing.
I kind of feel that all the time with the success with Minecraft. It's kind of hard to fully understand it, even to this date. I mean, we're starting to see it because we get so much feedback and so many questions from big companies and people want to do business with us and stuff. So we start to grasp that. I'm constantly thinking that maybe this is just a really fragile thing. That we have this attention now, but we have no idea where we're going to be in 1 year.
I mean, on one hand, it would be kind of cool to have this kind of run, then kind of slide into obscurity again and be like nobody and just do my own thing again.
I think everyone feels a bit like that, more or less, and maybe some people don't even know how to express that feeling. But you know, he's very aware of his own feelings. So I think it's just that he knows how to express that. Because I can recognize that from, when you start a new job or people say you're good and this or that, and you're like, oh, they don't know, I'm really just, been lucky or, this or that, I think that's just human.
Hey everybody, welcome to an all-new bonus round. I'm Jeff Keighley. This week at the Game Developers Conference, and this time, we're going to look at the independent game scene. There have been some amazing indie games that have come out over the past few years. We've got an all-star panel to tell us about what's going on in the independent games movement. Although Minecraft, you're a bit of a rock star right now, Marcus, with the success of Minecraft and all your fans out there. Yeah. I mean, how do you look at the indie movement? Because you've really sort of entered the scene here, in the past year in a big way with Minecraft. How do you define indie?
Yeah, for me, I think indie is, well, there's a lack of a label for it. It's kind of a concept of people making games for the sake of making games or exploring games as an art form, perhaps. I think a lot of the large studios make games to make money or make games to make a sequel or to make a brand. But to make games just for the sake of making a game, coming from that angle, I think that's kind of the definition of indie for me.
So here, we're going to get a little philosophical because in my opinion, games have the potential to be what I call the preeminent art form of the 21st century, sort of in the way that film was in some sense the preeminent art form of the 20th century. I figure we're about where film was in 1905. Whereas you think about it, in 1896, they first filmed Fred Ott sneezing and oh my gosh, there's a guy sneezing, I can play it back, But it was a long time between then and Birth of a Nation in 1915 or 1917, where it's kind of the first quote-unquote modern film where hey, they didn't realize early on that you could film a movie in a different sequence than you showed it. The concept of editing was they had to figure that out. They couldn't move the camera. They didn't know you could move the camera, all of these things. And so I feel like we're really, really early in games, but I think they have the potential. I mean, the way people interact with art and entertainment, whether it's music or film or literature or any of these things, is primarily at an emotional level. The emotions that we support as games is basically power fantasy right now. Whereas if I asked you to make a game about two people falling in love, you'd be like, I have no idea how. I mean, there's just no way to approach that problem. We just don't have any idea. And I think you see this in Minecraft, which is the thing everybody mentions, the UGC component of it. But then the gameplay that everyone talks about is just surviving the first night. That's the magical thing that people talk about, and that is a very human scale thing. You're not saving the world. You're just trying not to die.
Oh yeah.
All right, good stuff. Got it. All right, thanks guys. You happy with it? Yeah, it was good. Awesome. What'd you guys? Yeah. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the IGN Choice Award will be given in a few moments. We ask that you please take your seats.
Video games. Video game award shows. Which came first? In the early days of the games industry, it really felt different than it did now. Mostly it felt isolated because the internet was not around. So you just knew the people at your company, and if you're lucky, you made friends at the Game Developers Conference. It was the only time during the year you'd see other people who had the same problems as you or were in the same boat as you were. So it was a lot more kind of like islands, people making games were on their own island making their game. And, then you put it out there and you'd wait for a magazine review to come in, and that was your feedback, So, but now it's everything's so instant. You put a game, you can put an unfinished game up on the internet, for example. Well, that would be crazy. Who would do that? And the award for best downloadable game goes to Minecraft.
Thank you.
And the innovation award goes to Minecraft. And the Choice Awards for Best Debut Game goes to Minecraft.
Yeah, GDC. God, I didn't expect us to win in anything. I didn't dare even hoping it. I was just, well, I kind of had this like, I hope we win at least something, or I'm gonna like cry. Then we like won 5 awards, which was way beyond what I even dared hoping. Kind of, we started figuring it out when we got like the center front table. Something big was gonna happen, but I still didn't like dare counting on it. But then we won just a bunch of awards, and it was just ecstatic and didn't really know what to do. And it's still like the biggest night of my life.
Please join me in honoring Creative Director of Microsoft Game Studios Europe and co-founder of both Bullfrog Productions and Lionhead Studios, Peter Molyneux.
I never believed, never in my wildest dreams did I believe that I'd be standing out here and getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
The very moment I first saw Minecraft, the very second I first saw it, it was like, you know, the world changed for me a little bit. What I did, immediately I went round to everyone and said, oh, you've got to go and play Minecraft, you've got to look at this game. And a lot of people, a lot of my colleagues, you know, Lionhead and Microsoft, and they looked at it, and some people looked at it and said, oh, this is ridiculous, where's the tutorial, where's the challenges, where's the, you know, there's this list of game must-haves. And Minecraft broke every single one of those formulas. You know, it is in a way a social Lego, when Lego used to be a creative toy, which I don't think it is so much anymore because it's much more prescriptive. It's really interesting how Lego at the moment is like traditional games design. It's buy the box, open the box, turn to the instruction sheet, make the model, stick it on the shelf, buy the next box. That's exactly like traditional game design. You know, buy the game, go through the challenges, finish the challenges, stick it on the shelf, buy the next game. Where Lego used to be just a big box of bricks, and you used to take the bricks, pour them on the carpet, and then make stuff. And that's exactly what Minecraft is. There was no instruction booklet, but that's really what this points to, is just how conventional game studios, how complacent they were with the games that they were making. And this industry desperately needs things like Minecraft to come along and say, slap us around the face and say, hang on a second, all those things that you thought were absolutely certain in your life, they're not certain anymore.